Hey, CMU, RC, and SBRC owners, leaders, and entrepreneurs, all of the members of the CMU, RC, and SBRC, have you signed up yet for the mastermind? If you haven't, or maybe you're wondering, why do I need to be in a mastermind? What the heck is a mastermind? Let me tell you. So here's what it is. It's a bunch of like-minded people working together to share best practices, lessons learned, to improve their business and to be successful. It's taking all the knowledge and skills of people in our region and in our area who belong to the CMURC and the SBRC and sharing all the things that are working well for them and then throwing out the challenges. What are some of the struggles? And working together as a group and a team to grow as one. And then the other bonus part of it is you have a facilitator, I guess that guy's me, who has had experience all over the United States helping businesses to achieve their goals and success, to do strategic planning, to implement and write and develop process procedures, to increase profits, to increase gross margins, to grow their customer base, to build leaders, and all of those types of things that it takes to build a business. I've been doing it for over 30 years. So I'll help you guys work together to share best practices, and then I'll provide training on some of the key things that other businesses throughout the United States are doing to be successful. So why is this important to you? Why is sharing best practices? Why do I want to work with another business? So let me tell you a little bit about my own experience. You know, when I started out in my career, first of all, I started training and learning about training when I was in the Marine Corps. And well, even before that, when I was in the Boy Scouts, I was training adult leaders with my mom. My mom and I worked together, and I co-facilitate experiential learning opportunities with adult leaders. And where I learned to get the information was to ask other people and to learn best practices. When I was in the Marine Corps, I was a tactical air control radio operator. So I called in airstrikes and called in helicopters to pick up troops and move equipment and troops around and those types of things out with infantry units. I'd go in prior to a unit, pick out a landing zone, and then fly the unit in. Maybe go out behind some of the recon organizations or the state platoon and call in airstrikes on enemy positions to prep them for the battalion to move in. Well, how did I learn all that stuff? I learned it from other air control operators. And I would ask them, what did you do? How did you identify this type of aircraft? How did you identify these types of vehicles? What were some of the key things that you learned to be better at your job? Because I always wanted to be better. I was always striving to be the best that I could be and to be successful. And I wanted to go up in the ranks. I wanted to be promoted. I wanted more opportunities to work at higher levels of the organization within the Marine Corps. And eventually be an NCO trainer and do NCO training and train other leaders. So how did that work with business when I got out of the Marine Corps? When I got out of the Marine Corps, I went into a company called Northern Automotive. It was auto parts stores. You know, they had 1,000 auto parts stores all over the country, and I went into what they called their fast track management program. And they said, it's going to take you a year, and you'll learn all the stuff you need to do to run a store. I had my first store within 90 days. 90 days, and I was running my first store. So what was it that allowed me to do that? Was it my Marine Corps experience? Yeah, maybe a little bit, because I had that leadership experience. But my leadership experience was things like, hey, are you chewing gum? Are you allowed to be chewing gum at the register? Then you're fired. Which really didn't work out in the civilian world, because I had to learn real quickly. You can't fire everybody. You got to learn how to be soft with them and how to coach them and how to be better and bring out the best in them. You can't just drive them, right? What I learned in that first 90 days, though, that helped me to pick up my first store was best practices. So as I read reports and I looked at status and customer counts and gross margins and inventory control and all of the things that you need to understand and know to run a successful business, if I saw somebody else in the company that was doing it better, I'd call the number one store. Who's the best at it? And I'd call them and I'd say, hey, can I come visit your store? Or can I talk to you about how you're doing it and what you're doing? And whenever anybody's doing something well, they typically want to share that. They don't want to keep it a secret. They're proud of what they're doing. If they're not sharing what they're doing well, and they think it's because they're competing with you, geez, when the tides rise, all ships will rise as well. You know, if you look at Silicon Valley or Microsoft or any of the places where industry is booming or where technology is booming, it's because they're all sharing best practices, because they're working together as one. They're not hiding information and holding it to their chest. We all are better when we work together. So I encourage you that if you want to learn more about this region, about your customer base, about the people that you're trying to do business with, and you're a small business owner and there's things keeping you up at night, you're not the only one. There's other people here at the CMURC and the SBRC who are having those same challenges and who may have already overcome them or have some great ideas. You need to sign up for the Small Business Mastermind. It's a 3-month workshop where we'll all get together. I'll train you some things. We'll talk about some best practices that I've learned with companies like Disney and British Petroleum and Pacific Sunwear, and even some local companies like Three Rivers, Merrill Technologies, Case Systems, places where I've learned things and experienced things about our region, as well as throughout the country, and how business runs and to be successful, what it takes. Sign up now. Click on the event page. Go to the Johnston Consulting event page, and you can sign up there. Or you can go to my webpage at mjohnstonconsulting.com. Go to events, and you can sign up there. Join all the other small business owners at the CMURC and the SBRC, and let's learn and thrive and grow together. Talk to you soon.